Hello, everybody, and welcome. Namaste. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sakaira, and this is not usually how we do things here. And if you were familiar with my channel, you probably would know that. But guys, roll with me. This is a very random reading. I'm getting more comfortable being on YouTube, recording for YouTube. And, you know, I'm home on a Thursday night with not much to do. I already completed a lot for the day. So I said, why not pull cards for YouTube and just see what the message is? I was really feeling called to pull messages for a love reading. So I'm going to pull a story. I'm going to see what the story is. If this is your story, obviously you will know. For those of you who this isn't your story, you can enjoy the tea. Or if not, I'll catch you on the flip side, sending you love and light. But let's get into this, guys. So this is going to be a love reading, very general for the collective. Take what flows and leave the rest for the other beautiful souls. Thank you. What is the energy spirit for this love reading? Ooh. Chemistry. Keep an open mind and deception. Wow. All right, there we have it, guys. So you deserve love at the back. You are lovable. Spirit is here to remind somebody tonight that they are definitely lovable. They deserve the love that they desire. I feel like this is confirmation for somebody, you know, whether you've been questioning if it's you. I'm hearing that, like, is it me? Is it something about me? And I'm feeling that it's not necessarily something about you. You do deserve love. You deserve everything that you see for yourself, and you deserve everything that you want for yourself. And I'm hearing that you will get it. So let's see what these messages are. We have chemistry, which says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. We have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And then deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So right off the bat, what I feel is that there is somebody who you are connecting with, or you will be connecting with. This person is going to be somebody who you have this attraction to or this chemistry with, but they are not typically somebody who you may date or would go for romantically. And I feel like there is a lack of, I don't want to say honesty, because I don't want to give the impression that, you know, this person's a liar or something of that nature, but it feels like there's something unknown about this. There's something that you're not seeing, almost like, you know, be aware of, like, red flags type of thing. Maybe somebody isn't, you know, as healed as they would like to be. That's coming through as a message. Because sometimes, you know, you think you're going into a healthy dynamic, and then you realize that the person has healing to do, and they kind of dragged you into some type of, you know, rabbit hole that you probably didn't really want to be in, but you attracted it. So yes. Okay, let's get the story. What is the energy? What is the energy? All right, let's get one more shuffle. What is the energy? Okay. What is the energy for this connection? All right, guys, we have laziness, we have change, we have flowering, we have success, and we have conditioning. All right. So I feel like this laziness represents a place of stagnancy. Maybe you guys have been in, like, chill mode when it comes to your relationships, or maybe you guys have been in, like, single mode, living life, enjoying life, you know, the good life, doing your thing. Guys, don't mind the motorcycles that come out at 10:30 at night in New York City. They have no chill. But yeah, so I feel like that's all changing. I feel like what's happening is you're going into a new season for yourself, right? You're going into a new phase of your life in which there's going to be good luck, good fortune, good karma, and lots of growth and development with this flowering card. I feel like you guys, because we have success coming in, I feel like you guys are going into a season of ultimately success. With this conditioning, it feels like what's needing to change, because I'm looking at the similarities in the coloring here with the diamonds. We have the same color with this change and with this conditioning. A message that's coming through for you guys is that some of your belief systems, some of your thought patterns or thought processes need to change in order for you guys to have success in this new endeavor or whatever this is that you're stepping into. We have rebirth at the back, and this feels like the end of old ways and the beginning of like new ways emerging, like this conditioning. It's like you change your belief systems, you adapt new positive belief systems. It's like you guys get success because you did the work to address whatever conditioning or programming you had prior to. What's at the back? We have celebration. Yeah, this is like Three of Cups energy. It's like you guys have reason to celebrate success. I feel like you guys, this also is like reconciliation. So you guys could be coming back into you know, a union with someone. This could be somebody from your past. Doesn't have to be, but I do feel like all in all, you guys are going to have reasons to be cheerful, to celebrate, to look on the brighter side of things. But it feels like something has to change. So let's get some more messages. What is the energy? Let's do this. Let's slide them like that. All right, so it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Tell that to my Virgo nature. All right, guys, that's as cute as we're gonna get her. So let's get some Moonology for the last time and see what the messages are here. What is the energy? A personal issue reaches resolution. We have it's time to take action, and it's time to release negativity. Yeah, guys, see, I was just talking about your programming and your belief systems and things of that nature. I feel like this personal issue that reaches a resolution is the success that comes in once you guys change your way of seeing things, your ways of thinking about things, and your ways of believing things. We have it's time to take action. I think this is you guys needing to be proactive about this, right? The action that needs to be taken is to change the inner world so that the outer world can then reflect. And what needs to change in the inner world is this full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity, right? So some of you guys could have Scorpio in your charts. Doesn't have to be. Some of you guys could have Aries or Cancer in your charts as well, or Libra, because we have full moon and Libra at the back with this. A win-win outcome is forecast. We'll get to this in a second. But with this, it's time to release negativity. I feel like the negativity that you guys are needing to get rid of or purge from your system is those negative belief systems that keep you guys in old ways of doing things, old patterns. Because the universe, spirit, God, source is trying to bring you into something new. And you can't step into the new until you change what's old and outdated, if that makes sense. With this, a win-win outcome is forecast. I feel like for you guys, this is really talking about how you're ultimately on the path to success, how your manifestations are coming in when it comes to your love life, how a connection will change and maybe grow over time. But it's something about your beliefs, your thoughts, your thinking that needs to shift in order to see the shift happen here. And I feel like this is really talking about also what's going to need to happen when you meet this person, right? Because we had in the very beginning with this chemistry, keep an open mind and deception. Maybe you're the one wearing a false self mask in this relationship. This could be you, you know, giving the facade that maybe you have, you know, the best, I don't want to say intentions, that's not the right word, but like, you know, healthy thinking habits or patterns when it comes to this connection, and you maybe don't. Maybe you give off the illusion that, you know, you are, you know, because with this keep an open mind, it feels like a little bit of resistance. I have to be honest, right? If you're needing to keep an open mind, that means that a part of your mind is has been closed off previously, right? And so with this, I really feel like you guys are needing to keep an open mind because this person is going to be very different from what you're used to, and that could look differently for each of your situations. But I feel like maybe you guys have some negative thinking that like it's like self-sabotage, right? Maybe that's that deception. It's like wearing that full self mask. It's like, you know, things are not okay internally, but you still proceed in a situation anyway, and you know that things need to change, but you haven't done the work. That could be very deceptive, right? I'm getting very different messages for different people because this is a general reading. So for some of you, you're going to have one part of the story. For others of you, you're going to resonate with the other part, but place yourself where you feel like you fit. I do feel like for you guys, let's see what's at the back. Hold on one second. Be bold and make the first move. Ooh. So I feel like for this, that's really talking about you guys needing to be bold with that. It's time to take action. It really feels like it relates. with this needing to go forth, go forward. And this is cardinal moon, and Aries is a cardinal sign, the cardinal fire sign. So I feel like you guys are needing to, you know, be bold and really do a little bit of shadow work. Be bold and deep dive into your subconscious mind and see what's in there. And this Scorpio energy, right, with this, it's time to release negativity. Scorpio is all about going beneath the surface. It's all about getting really deep, really personal, going beneath, like, you know, the external or the exterior emotions and getting to the basically the meat and the bones, right? Or the veggies and the fruits, we're gonna say, of what's going on inside of you. So let's pull some tarot and let's see what the story is here. Spirit, what is the story when it comes to this connection? What is the story? All right, let's get one more shuffle. Oh. All right. What is the story when it comes to this connection? Ace of Wands, Six of Swords. Whoa. Page of Wands, the Devil, the Chariot. All right, guys. Let's get one more card out. Spirit, can we get one more card? We got a lot. Can we get one more card? Thank you. We got Two of Wands. All right, guys. So at the back, we have the Ace of Swords. And to start, we have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like you guys are going to get some type of divine clarity or divine intervention as far as like your thinking, right? Maybe you guys will come to some type of newfound mental clarity. Maybe you guys will then begin to, or finally, I guess, begin to understand what's going on as far as your programming, your emotions, your conditioning, all the things that are going on in the subconscious, right? That have kind of been manifesting in the physical. I felt called to say that. With this Eight of Swords, yeah, maybe some of you guys have been stuck in your mind about a lot of different things, especially when it comes to your love lives, but there's some truth and there's some clarity really coming through. So let's get into it. There is a brand new connection. There is something passionate. There's a spark, right? There's that chemistry. And I see it. It's this new beginning for you guys in which you're needing to keep an open mind. And for some of you, it may require you to travel, but for others of you, it's going to require you to leave behind some things that are not serving you, right? With this, I feel like this is the water Uber card, in my opinion. I heard another tarot reader refer to it as that, and I think it's a dope concept. Like, you hop on your little boat, your little water taxi, you take all your stuff, and you get the heck out of Dodge, right? But for this spread, I feel like this is really talking about getting on your energetic boat, right? And moving on with positive energy. Like, these swords represent your thoughts, right? Your mental space. And I feel like 6 represents the number of healing, right? It's also like service and stuff like that, service to others. But I feel like with this healing energy, it's like these are thoughts that you carry with you because you've done the healing work. And so now you move into a connection and it's new for you. It's interesting. You're curious. There's a spark. You feel it. And it's like, I'm ready to see what this is. However, there is an element of toxicity kind of standing in the way. We have the Devil here. This is Capricorn energy. And I feel like with this card, this is talking about, you know, what I was saying earlier, how you may start a relationship and you haven't done the necessary work to heal or to transform whatever needs to change within in your inner world or your subconscious. And then you kind of become that deceptive person where you give off the illusion that things are good, and it's kind of a connection that's destined for some drama or some trouble because you haven't dealt with this is Saturn energy, right? This is like ego. You haven't dealt with the ego that keeps you bound and restricted and kind of stuck. That Eight of Swords that we saw in the back here could represent that Devil energy, right? The thoughts that keep you bound. Maybe you have thinking or belief systems that self-sabotage. And I feel like that's what that Devil card is really talking about. How you start this connection, but then this is in the way. But we do have the Chariot, and I feel like you guys will push past this. This is an obstacle, and the Chariot talks about pushing past obstacles, right? It talks about full steam ahead and momentum going forward. And it's not to say that there won't be obstacles or things in your way, but it's to say that you will push past them, you will make it through, and you will be ultimately successful because you don't give up. And I feel like this is you guys pushing past these obstacles, right? Maybe you guys start this connection and these elements of toxicity or these elements of ego come to the front and they're triggered, but you guys find a way to push past it. And this doesn't feel like pushing past it in a way where you ignore it. It feels like you're meant to face it. Literally, like you start this journey and she's facing the ego, and then you guys, I'm seeing this another way, guys, also. So let's remove the element of romance for 1 second, because I feel like the romance is here, but for some of you, this is talking about the connection you have with yourself. And I feel like right now, it's like this could also represent divine intervention, this Ace of Wands. And I feel like maybe you guys get this divine intervention, and this Six of Swords represents you going within, traveling deep within your emotions and your subconscious mind to do some healing work. And it's a beginning, it's the beginning of a brand new journey in which you're, traveling into the spirit realm. Wands also can represent ether or spirit energy, and I feel like you guys are needing to embrace this journey to go within, because it is within that you will meet your ego. You will confront whatever needs to be healed. You will confront the elements of toxicity that have been present and been manifesting in your physical experience, and then you will be able to push forward or push past in a healthy dynamic, right? And then as you're pushing past, you're then able to make plans for your future, look towards the future with a more healthy or healed perspective. I feel like this is you also, making the choice to go within, making the choice to clear your energy. I like that. So let's get some love cards and let's see what the energy is here. These cards are not the easiest to shuffle, guys. Bear with me. They are shaped like hearts and my hands are small. So, all right, there we go. We got look inside yourself. Guys, can I make this up? Look inside yourself. I was literally just saying this. That is so crazy to me. So, with this look inside yourself, it says, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Guys, I was saying that, like, it feels like you guys are maybe going within and facing that ego, facing what's causing you to feel, or to present this false self mask that you probably tend to wear in relationships. I feel like with this, we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. And I feel like you guys are going within, you're changing the inside because you realize that maybe by trying to change the outside dynamic, you weren't very successful, because change does not start from the outside. All change starts from the inside and it manifests outwardly. So I feel like you guys are really doing some deep diving, or you will be, to figure out what it is that causes you to attract the type of relationships you attract and to navigate through these relationships the way you have been. And it looks like some of you guys have been navigating in a way where not only are you deceiving the person, but you're deceiving yourself. Maybe telling yourself you're ready and you're not, or this could be different for each of you. But we have here, I'll take the one that flips, transformation. I was just talking about change, and it says your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. So I feel like this is talking about you stepping into this very passionate connection, but maybe this is the connection that's going to help you to realize the toxicity, or let me not call it toxicity, right? Because this devil card a lot of times can be, correlated to an element of toxicity, but a lot of times it just represents those things that keep you stuck and restricted or in cyclical patterns. And I feel like your pattern is going to be realized when you step into this relationship. It could be that you're manifesting this relationship or this connection to highlight these things for yourself so that it can be brought to your awareness. Spirit is going to bring this person into your experience to invoke change. Maybe you've been being a little lazy or a little chillaxed when it comes to your healing work. And Spirit is saying, it's time to get up and get to it. At the back, we have Be aware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also reflections, are also your own reflection. And so what I feel like this is saying is, this person is coming in to trigger those qualities about yourself that you don't like, this devil or this ego energy. And I feel like you may want to, or maybe your tendency is to project and to blame that person for being the trigger to catalyze the change. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to basically be grateful for the change that this person is coming to invoke in whatever way that they will invoke it, because it does feel like change is happening. So guys, we're going to wrap this up with some messages from Spirit, and I do want to see what Spirit has to say for you when it comes to this love connection that it feels like a lot of you will be stepping into. A very passionate connection, once again, that's just it's going to bring about a lot of change in the heart space and change in the mental space. All right, Spirit, so what are the messages? We have forgiveness, which tried to come out in this heart-shaped deck, but I felt called to put it back, so I guess it came out in this deck. We have you are not alone, although some of you may feel alone. And then we have stay connected, which I've never seen in this deck before, so I'm curious to read that one to you guys. At the back we have love, which is what this reading is about. So let's start here, and it says, love is the foundation of your existence, and you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. And I feel like what this is talking about is how you guys are connecting back to love. With the stay connected, I really feel like you guys are going back to your connection to source, right? As you transmute or transform this ego, you then step into the light or the awareness of your higher self, which is unconditional love. That's how your higher self sees the world. That's how your higher self experiences life, right? At the back, we have intuitive nudges, and I'm not going to read this, but I felt called to look back there because I felt like I wanted to know what the message was. And to me, it feels like you guys ultimately know that something is getting ready to change for you, but it's about, I guess, taking the time to embrace the change. So this first card out, we have green for the heart chakra, and it says forgiveness. And to me, automatically, I get forgiving yourself, right? Forgiving your inner child, forgiving yourself for things that you can't control, or for things that maybe choices that you've made that maybe you've come to regret. But I think you're needing, or you're coming to the understanding that there is no regret to be had, because every choice that you've ever made was for a purpose. This could also be forgiving other people, but let's read this and see what this says. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. There goes that element of healing that I was talking about. Maybe you guys are holding on to old anger, old resentment. Maybe that's what this is that's keeping you bound or keeping you stuck, and you're needing to release that. You're needing to purge, and you're needing to forgive. So with this you are not alone, major crown chakra vibes, we have the candle here, which signifies spirit is guiding you. That's almost like Ace of Wands, kind of like divine intervention. And this says, we are here for you. We never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, your friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. And I feel like this is really talking about, you know, how you guys are not alone, even though in your experiencing your journey, you may feel like you are sometimes. But Spirit is wanting you to know that through all of these changes and all of the transformation that is happening, Spirit is right there with you in the thick of it, going through the mud just like you are. Even though you may not see them with your physical senses or experience Spirit with your physical senses, it's always that intuitive knowing that you're always supported and you're never really alone. And then with the stay connected, we have here, it says, we are all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. And I was talking about how this is going to connect you back to your divine self, right? Once you deal with this ego energy and you go within, all that's left is the higher self, which is unconditional love. And I felt like that's what you guys were going back to. With the stay connected, you guys are going back to your connection with source. That is the purpose of this love connection that's coming in for you. It's here to trigger and catalyze change so that you guys can wake up to the potential of who you really are. which is source, God, having basically a human experience. You have the Holy Spirit inside of you. You are not a human. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, right? And so, guys, well, that's what I have for you. But I was going to summarize with, I feel like you guys are really needing to just be aware of things in the months going forward. Pay attention to what comes up for you, what ego issues get triggered to the surface. Let me get some words of advice from Spirit to summarize this reading. I almost don't want to stop, but it's getting late, guys, and I got to get some sleep. So, Spirit, what is the advice for this collective as it pertains to the spread? What is the advice? What is the advice as it pertains to the spread? All right, what is the advice? All right, guys, the advice is 10 of Wands and 6 of Cups. It's time to put down the emotional baggage, guys, from the past. It's time to let that burden of carrying emotions from the past, old trauma, old wounding, that has to end. I feel like the major advice is to really tap into this energy of forgiveness. I feel like that is what is being catalyzed. You guys are going to learn how to forgive. There's some things that happened in your past that are still with you to this day energetically, and it's weighing you down. It's getting in the way of your happiness. And it's time for you guys to purge this energy. So what's at the back? 7 of Swords. Yeah. It's these things that you're carrying with you that cause you to self-sabotage with this deception, right? Given the illusion that you're healed, but then boom, you get in a relationship and all these old baggage things, all these old energetic frequencies from the past come to light. And now the person's looking at you like you got 5 heads. Like, who are you? This is not the person I engaged in a relationship with. But lo and behold, here we are, right? So, guys, I get very dramatic. Don't mind me. But I felt that. What's at the back? At the bottom? Temperance. Yeah, healing. Balance. Finding the balance, tempering the situation, tempering your inner energies, and bringing healing overall to yourself and to your dynamic, your romantic dynamic. Maybe you guys keep attracting these types of connections that trigger you because you're lazy when it comes to doing the work yourself. And I have to be honest, it's a little bit of a joke for me, but sometimes, you know, you don't feel motivated, and not just you guys, people in general, we don't feel motivated to go within and to do the work. But I'm seeing here that Spirit wants you to. This is the advice that's coming through. It's time to finally drop the emotional pain, trauma, energy, baggage from the past, because it's weighing you down. And ultimately, it's stopping you from moving forward. It's slowing you down. All right, guys. So this is what I had for you. I hope you enjoyed this late night random reading. This was for somebody. I felt it. But, you know, take what resonates. I love you guys. And namaste. I got to get some sleep.